Welcome back. And news from around the world. The former leader of Panama, General Manuel Antonio Noriega, has undergone a second operation after suffering a hemorrhage following brain surgery. His daughter Tay said he was critically ill and had been taken back to the operating theater at the Santo Tomas Hospital in Panama City. Noriega, 83, was released from prison in January after being jailed in Panama for murder, corruption, and embezzlement to allow him to prepare for the operation. Doctors were successful in halting the hemorrhage during the second operation, but Noriega remains in intensive care. Noriega suffered from vascular ailments and has been reliant on a wheelchair. Although he was never actual president of Panama, General Noriega was the key figure from 1983 to 1989 and a key U.S. ally in Central America for 4 decades. The former military ruler, who is now 83, was jailed following the U.S. invasion of Panama in 1989 and was sent to France, where he was sentenced to 7 years for money laundering after serving 20 years in the U.S. Noriega was convicted in a censure of crimes carried out during his rule and extradited from France to Panama to serve his sentence in 2011. Conservative former Deputy Prime Minister Lord Heseltine has been sacked as a government advisor after rebelling over Brexit in the House of Lords. Lord Heseltine backed the demand for a parliamentary vote on the final deal to be written into Brexit legislation. Lord Heseltine learned hours later that he had been fired from 5 government advisory roles he had held. Lord Heseltine told the Lords that the UK was facing the most momentous peacetime decision of their time. Heseltine said it's not his judgment and he's the Prime Minister exercising a perfectly legitimate right to get rid of opposition in any way she finds appropriate, stressing that sometimes in politics there are issues which transcend party politics, and he believed the interests are intertwined with Europe, which he's not prepared to change. Ministers have said they aim to overturn the 2 defeat spears inflicted on them in the Lords on the Brexit bill. When the bill becomes law, it will give the Prime Minister the legal permission she requires to begin the process of leaving the EU. Lord Heseltine, 83, served as a minister in Margaret Thatcher's government in the 1980s. He was brought in by former Prime Minister David Cameron to advise the government on a range of projects, including schemes in East London and Swansea.